This is an example of some of my earlier videos, and I was talking about intelligent asteroids or intelligent stars. And I was listening to Art Bell, and another person had said that this would be a good study, and I actually believe that it would be a good study. And I'm going to play what this man is saying. He's just a caller in to Art Bell's show, but I love how he said in Revelations how a star fell from the sky, and it was a capital S. Well, I'll let him explain this himself.
Screwed up because right about the time Revelation was written, they toyed around with a calendar. I forgot Pope Gregory. We went from the Gregorian calendar, or we're on the Gregorian calendar now. I'm not sure, but somehow they got it messed up.
Well, we'll find out all at once. I mean, there'd barely be time to look up and say, "Oh, Nostradamus was," and you wouldn't even get the right part out.
Absolutely. Well, you want to hear the riddle?
Sure.
Okay. It's Revelation chapter 9, verses 1 through 11. John sees a star fall from the sky. Now, the word star is capitalized because it's personified. The star hits the earth,
Yes.
opens up the abyss. Out of the abyss come locusts. Now, the locusts have 5 characteristics. They have teeth of a lion, hair like a woman, scales on their chest, a scorpion sting, and the face of a man, body of a horse. That's our timeline right there. Teeth of a lion, that's Leo. Hair like a woman, that's Virgo. Scales on their chest, that's Libra. A scorpion tail is obviously Scorpio. And body of a horse, face of a man is Sagittarius. So we've got 5 consecutive months there beginning on July 23rd and ending on December 21st. So there's a timeline. Now, the word star is capitalized in some Bible. That's because it's personified. And the locusts have a king over them. And his name in Hebrew is Abaddon. Translated into Greek is Apollyon, and finally into English, Apollo. That is what I struggled with for the longest time. Why was a Greek god mentioned in the Bible? It just didn't make sense. And then, lo and behold, one night you had on an astronomer who was talking about Earth-crossing asteroids.
That's right.
And he gave out the 3 categories, and one of them was Apollo. One of the 3 Earth-crossing asteroid categories is Apollo. And in that range of asteroids, there is an actual asteroid named Apollo.
It's the one.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You've got a timeline in terms of months, but what about year?
Well, see, if Nostradamus was right, if the years are changed,
Yes.
and we're further ahead in time, right?
Yes.
So, I don't know. I'm still struggling with that part.
All right. Well, then, for about half the year you're comfortable, and half the year you're nervous.
Well, last year I was nervous.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't figured this out yet. All I had was the timeline. And then this was around last Christmas when you had this guest on who was an...
Remember. Thank you very much for the call. Yeah. That's the way it would happen. Most of these near Earth or Earth orbit crossing pieces of rock that could be ELEs. Remember ELE? Ellie, remember? Extinction level event. These big rocks that could crash into us. Most of them we have not categorized. We don't even know about them. They found one the other day, as a matter of fact, that will pass about 4 times the distance of the moon from Earth. Now, that's pretty close. That's pretty close, folks. And one of these days, one of them's going to hit us. And we're not going to know about it. The one that gets you is the one that you don't see coming. And there's good grounds for that old saying, you don't see it coming, the one that gets you. Oh, you don't. It's headed straight in. And, heck, we barely notice the ones that manage to catch the sun at enough of an angle, much less the ones that are coming straight at us. So probably we'd have enough time to notice that something was happening in the sky, and we'd look up and say, what the hell's, and all conversation would end. West of the Rockies, you're on the air.
Hi.
No, I'm not saying this is a Christian perspective. The guy did claim to be a Christian at the beginning of the interview. And if you want to hear the whole thing, it's Classic Art Bell, Aliens in the Bible. And it was about at the hour and 15-minute mark where I started, where he starts talking. He's just a caller. But I found that interesting that the star in that in Revelation that's going to come down and just fall and open the abyss, like he said, was capitalized. And here we were talking about, I was talking about the dream that I thought Charlie had about these being stars being intelligent. Anyway, it's a deep topic. So it is what it is. I'm just putting it out there for anybody who's a big thinker on these things. I don't really think big on these things, but I do find this interesting. God bless you.